Hey Morty, I sent you a call on Discord. Or a direct call this time.
Hey Mosh, can you hear me?
Yes, I can. Chat, can you guys hear Morty loud and clear?
Excellent.
I've changed some things with the audio.
Wouldn't be a Mosh stream if you hadn't changed all the settings, hey?
Exactly.
Quick, adjust. That's funny, Vantua.
Alrighty. So yeah, it's been 2 weeks.
Haven't seen the potato for a while, Mosh.
I know. I've been busy playing a bunch of other games. Played Senua Hellblade. I finished Red Dead Redemption 1. I've been playing some Hades, and I started a playthrough of Baldur's Gate. Well, I resumed my playthrough from years ago. I'm trying to finish my things that I started a long time ago.
Really? When did you start that first playthrough of Baldur's Gate 3, Mosh?
2.5 years ago, I think. Played for like 8 hours, got distracted. And then this time, instead of just, I mean, I could have started a new one, but it seemed like it was fine to just resume and avoid a lot of. I didn't want to go through the character customization again because that would take me forever.
Oh, Mosh, your volume's low, apparently.
Yeah, I adjusted it. Hopefully it's better now. Ryan will tell me if it's not.
But yeah, Senua Sacrifice. Did you play the first one? Because you're playing Hellblade 2 at the moment.
Yeah, no, I never played the first one. I just jumped into the second one, and it was fine, but I kind of wish I'd played the first one. Maybe because they were called.
Yeah, I really
callbacks.
enjoyed the first one.
Yeah, but it was just it was still a very good experience.
Yeah.
Like very cinematic. And very
all those voices in your head. I love it.
yeah, just the sound design, not just for the whispers, but for the whole thing was excellent.
And while you've been doing all that, all I've been doing is playing SDFC.
Yeah,
So,
I heard you got the Op 70, right?
Sounds like you've achieved a lot. Yeah. When did I last Monday? My Monday was great. Went to Up 70. I don't know if I was or am the first 100% free-to-play player to go to Up 70. I know there's a few other people out there potentially that have done it, but no confirmation yet. I do know that at least I am the first one in APAC and the first one as a streamer as well. So beat the game.
Nice.
Now what?
So James Bond isn't free to play? Or
he is, but it's 99.8%. So he's got what did he buy? He bought the Leslie pack, I think, and he bought the Fisher, or not the Fisher, the other one, the first beetle, and he gets the
Devore
treasury because it's not a free to play treasury for him. The Devore, thank you. So
okay, yeah, so
he's 99.8%, which is still a great achievement for him.
Yeah, it's a decent amount of stuff though. It's a decent difference. Like it's like a
yeah. I'm not taking away from his achievement at all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you're the first.
The treasury is
100%.
big. Like, well, that I know of. Not confirmed though, because there's been talk. There's others. I just don't know who they are or if they are confirmed 100%. So if you do exist, please let me know. I'm happy not to be the first, but I'll take it until someone corrects me.
I mean, if Potato doesn't know about them, do they really exist? It's like, I mean, I don't know. That's just how I feel about it.
Yeah. Oh, it's been good. Like, it's been really fun to get there. And
how did it feel?
It's possible. Lots of people are doing it.
You've been working on this for a while, obviously. So when you finally hit like the complete the accept the level, you got the little pop up. How what was that like?
Oh, I was so happy. Like I don't know. It's like you finally have like cleared something off your backlog or whatever, and you'd be like, "Yep, I'm there now. I'm ready to go next." Like I don't know. It was exciting. I was really happy about it, and yeah, now I'm just like, "Oh, where's the game content?" Because like once you pretty much get to 70, it's like you're at the peak. There's no like you can get the rest of the buildings, I guess, but I
What
don't know.
about
And
the
I
new
feel like
ship?
I've got a lot more free time now that I've done that as well. So new ships probably next week. I'll probably get all three of them.
Oh
So
really?
yeah, I'm really looking forward to that as
So
well.
you already had all the
Have the
credits
credit
and
scroll. I
rep
wish
and
there was a credit
everything.
scroll. Yeah, yep, ready for that.
Awesome. You were just
Yeah,
ready to go. You've been planning for a while. What was the biggest hurdle to getting to 70 for you? Was it the speed ups? Was it the materials? Was it something else?
it was the materials. You know, like really crazy as well. It was the uh, uncommon gas and uncommon crystal, which it just blew my mind. Like it's the uncommon that's stopping me from opting
Mhm.
up like a week earlier because I had the speed
Mhm.
ups, I had all the rare. It was crazy.
You know what would have helped with that? If you could scrap some G5 ships,
Yeah.
uh, would have, would have really smoothed out that bump in the gameplay, I feel like. Leading to a much better,
Oh, 100%.
satisfying
I was
experience.
prepping. Yeah, I've got an extra one of each of the G5 epics to scrap. Like, I'm ready. Like, I was ready. And then they're like, oh, yeah, next year. It's like, damn.
Nice. I just built my second Enterprise D last week,
Ooh, so
or
good.
during the meta event for Win for the new officer. So it's there. I didn't have to spend a lot on it, so it's kind of early stages, but it's there now. Now I have two entities, or entities, right? So there's this one that's maxed out, and then there's the baby one, which is 2 billion strength instead of 3 billion strength, because numbers round up, and that's how I think about things.
Mhm. Yeah, I
So
see a lot of people have a PvP and a PvE max epic as well. They're like, all the tech for one is PvP, all the tech for the other is PvE, so no using the rods, just change the ship.
yeah,
That's
it's
how bad the
cheaper to
rod
build a
situation
second
has
ship
been for some
apparently.
people.
That's my plan
Yeah.
too. But it's nice. Like the main reason I have it is so I have a ship to spend materials on during spend events. But as you can see right now, I'm bottlenecked on epic gas. I'm not sure if I should be. Excuse me. Um, in my continuum refinery, I'm not sure if I should be getting these G5 materials or if I should be saving my tokens for when I'm in G6. So while I'm undecided, I basically haven't been spending them, just trying to accumulate from events and stuff. I've also been saving all my ticketed stuff for G6. Do you have any other advice for people who are currently like op 60 or lower but plan to go to G6 on what things they should save up?
Um, I don't know. Like for me, it's kind of tough because like I didn't really save anything from the transition between like G5 to G6 because it's full economy reset in terms of speed ups and like materials as well, like the Sigma going to Sigma. I guess yeah, Revenant tokens you can save. The 7-day and 30-day chest you can save because that will change, and also like the Oopsie tokens as well because that'll change with your pools there on the resources too.
The
But I don't
Oopsie
think it's
tokens?
meant like it's not mandatory and it's not required. Yeah, you know the tokens they give you when they make a mistake. They're like, here's 1,000 of those whatever the tokens are called. I just call them oopsie tokens
Oh, the
because
field
you get them
ratchets.
when they make
Gotcha.
an oopsie. That's it.
That's a good name for them. The Oopsie tokens. The we're sorry. The we're sorry tokens.
We're sorry. Yeah. I'm expecting we'll get some for the arenas events not scoring properly, which we can talk about a bit later. Get another lot of them.
Yeah,
But yeah, like the elite daily rewards. Go ahead.
there was an arena event this time. I totally missed it. I wasn't planning on doing arenas, and I guess I missed out on the event.
Yeah, we made such a big deal as well last week that it didn't run because in the notes, the in-game news, it said, "Yep, we'll run events as of next week," and then next week came, no events. So it was like, "Where are the events?" But we did get them. So I've sent you a DM of the screenshot of the event from a G6 perspective, and I think it was okay. Like it made sense. Like win, lose, draw, scored, and it was 120 points to complete the milestones.
Oh, was these Rise to Power events?
Like all 4 milestones, but it gave out crystal.
Sorry.
No, not the Rise to Power. The specific
okay.
Fists of the Empire SMS.
This one. Let me put it on screen for everybody else as
Yeah,
well.
that one.
Okay. So for you, it gave Sigma Tritanium. That's pretty cool. Fist of the Empire SMS. I don't have it. Is that?
It would have only been open for the 8 hours of arenas and then taken away, I think, after that.
And it wouldn't show up
So
here
it dropped
because it was
literally
only
as
8 hour
arena
event?
started. It dropped.
That's so weird.
Yeah,
Like,
I
why
think
not
so.
have it for the whole 24 hours? And arenas are the same 8 hour period. Like, why isn't it just a normal event? I don't understand.
Good question. Would be easier to turn on and off then.
Yeah, like, why does it need to be an 8 hour event? Just so people miss out? Like, that can't be intentional. Because you still have to, like, you can't score in it if there's no arenas, and arenas already have a time limit, so just let the event be there. What's the deal? You can make it a 7-day event for all I care, so people have visibility and know that it exists and be ready and do arenas for it. Like that would, if the goal with the event is to drive up participation in arenas, I feel like making sure people know about the event is like an easy way to accomplish that. But I don't know. I guess
We do have the numbers as well when we're ready to talk about them because Chrono at stfc.space or .pro, sorry, pro not space, made some good charts that I'd like to talk about in a little bit as well. So yeah, like for me, my feedback, it's great having events, right, for arenas, even though it's just one event, a win, loss, draw, it's a good start. The rewards, I think, should have been more tailored towards like arena specific stuff, maybe giving out uncommon or the rare arena tokens or arena rep. That would have been good as well, because a lot of people coming in for the first time into arenas would have been good to give them a boost in arenas. But yeah, crystal is fine. It's just a generic, here's like the easiest resource to get. But I think as well, like having other events with it, because with the incursions events, you've got like 3 or 4 different types of events. I think having some like damage dealt or some armadas killed or hostiles killed or points scored or something would have been quite interesting as well as events to coincide with this too. Is that a new game, The Fall of the Empire?
yeah, it's still running for another 4
I can't
hours.
see mine anymore.
Ryan pointed out that it's still there, so I pulled it up. It's running for another 4 hours and 25 minutes. All right, so it is running. It's running for 48 hours instead of 24 for some reason. Or maybe it started when Arena started and it would end when Arenas would end. Yeah, that's what it is. So it was a 24-hour event, but they didn't have it ready, or they didn't start it at event reset. They started it at Arena start for whatever reason. But it's there.
That's so weird. It's not in my game, but I'm glad you can see it.
Yeah, 155 billion Tritanium is more than most events, less than what the Monavine gives me daily. So it's not a lot, but it's something. 45, 5-star. Yeah, I mean, I think it's nice. All you need to do is, 120? So all you need is like 3 wins and you get it. I think that's pretty reasonable. It's a very nice event. Considering you're doing arenas anyway, so it's not hard to get 3 wins or I guess 10 losses, 12 losses.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the loss side, like if you do the AFK arenas like some people do, then like that's gearing up for just gear up, press ready, and then just wait 10 minutes, do it again. Like it's still possible. And the likelihood that you're going to lose 12 games in a row, I don't think is as likely. You'd
Yeah,
probably
like
win
2 wins and
one
4
game out of those
losses.
12. Surely the matchmaking will go into your way. Yeah.
That's not unreasonable at all. Like six arena games, you had a 33% win rate. You still get the event completed. No, I think that part's fine. It's a correct amount. So.
Yeah. I was super happy. Like, yeah, and we can see as well, looking at the numbers, that's a massive jump. Like, because the first thing they did was move it to a Friday, and then we had Fridays for 2 weeks where it kind of like was middling a bit. It was lower than the Monday time slot. But now just adding one event just to say, hey, arenas are running.
Wow.
Hey, get some rewards for just participating.
It
Like, that's a
basically
huge
doubled the
jump.
participation almost.
Hmm. And the best thing as well about running events, because with Chrono's stats currently with the change of arena rank, it did have the limiting factor of not being able to tell if someone was 65k and stayed at 65k or didn't change rank at all after the playtime. So the best thing about having an event running with this, Chrono can now target who participated in the event. So
Okay.
the numbers are actually a lot more like representative of the people that played in arenas.
Yeah, so now he has the SMS number to also show. So this is
Mm.
the, the orange bar is the people who completed the event. It's going to be bigger than the people whose arena rating changed, right? So the gap,
Mm.
that
For sure.
extra like 1,200 people were at max rating and stayed at max rating. So you can extrapolate from that to say they're like, 1/6 of arena players or 1/7 or whatever. You can just add that 10% or 15% on top of the other ones to know what the participation was previous weeks. But it's basically, there's like 6,000 or whatever people playing arenas, and it went up to like 9,000. So it's a
A
massive
huge
jump.
jump.
Yeah. It also tells you how many people
And I
are
was
active tryhards. Like to me, that basically that means there's 10,000 tryhard STFC players in the world total. So
yes. I hope that number increases.
yeah.
And I was seeing people like bronze 1 or whatever, and like silver and gold, and they were coming out of the woodwork. And I was like, who are you? Like, I've never played an arenas game with you. Like, the whole time I've been playing arenas. It was just great to see, like, especially for APAC, like looking at the APAC numbers being so low, sub 300 people, now over 400 people. It's exciting to see. Because, yeah, I'm really happy they're working on arenas and they're giving it more love that it deserves. They're giving events with it.
I
The
mean, it was
feature
your
itself has got
suggestion, right?
legs and it can grow to be so much more than it is.
I think it was in our
Well,
podcast
yeah.
where you said they should do events for arenas to encourage participation. And then it happened. Ergo, after, therefore, because of, we cause reality. You talk about it here, and then it
Yes.
happens. We are more influential than DJ
Yeah.
Z and, all of those other people combined. Obviously, if you guys want someone to lobby, just talk to Morty and be like, Morty, hey man, could you make G5 scrapping happen? And then it will happen. I promise he'll have to deliver.
I don't think I'm that influential, but yeah, I know, right? All the pressure's back on me again. It's fine. But yeah, like I'm really glad that
You're an
they've
op 70,
listened
you
and
gotta
they're
carry
adding-
us now. Like, you already beat the game.
Yeah, that's it. Arenas are hard for up 70.
Yes. Arenas are hard
So
for
much.
me
Like
at
the number
60.
of Vengeance players that like every single match I had was at least one Vengeance player.
Oof.
True.
You're swimming with the whales now.
Did you play at all? Any arenas matches on
Nope.
the Friday?
I could have too. It's just I was on the couch and I had token miners because I wasn't planning on doing arenas, and then somebody in the Alliance chat was like, we need a 60 to start, and then somebody else listed all the people we have that are 60 and my name was there, and I was just like, I'm sorry, I can't right now. I have potato.
Oh. Did you give out an oopsie chest to everybody that was playing?
I'm sorry, chests. Yeah, no.
Yeah. But yeah, like for Fridays is a interesting day as well because like for me, I normally stream arenas. Like Monday was my arenas day,
Mm-hmm.
and moving to Friday, it's been more difficult to organize like social events or life around that. So like, yeah, I'm happy that the numbers are up. I'm happy we've got events. So we'll just see how it is, but it's just a lot harder to stream on a Friday than it is on a Monday for me.
Yeah, for me, it's Fridays are kind of like people are. I have a little higher viewer numbers on Fridays. People are done with their work week; they get on sooner, right? Um, and so I go a little longer, and by the time I'm done, I don't want to sit here and do arenas. I just want to relax, eat some food, watch some TV, and arenas are not something you can do while doing that, right? Arenas require active
No.
participation.
Yeah, and we've had the Unity 6 or whatever the Unity version update was. I think that's improved it somewhat, but there still are the major bug issues around like not being able to launch an Armada, being out of sync with other players, and yeah, the GS31s
What does that
and ball
improve? Like,
cubes.
have you
Like, I'm
noticed the
still gonna,
difference,
yeah.
like in responsiveness when you're playing?
To be honest, not really. Like I thought I did, but then maybe that's just like the placebo effect where they say something is better, so it should be better.
Yeah.
But with the aggregation stuff, with the transigen stuff, the response time just feels bad, and that's probably because there's lots of players in the same system. With arenas, though, like yeah, I feel like I have. I don't know again if that's just placebo effect or whatever, but I have felt it's a little bit smoother. But all the bugs that existed before are still there, so that ruins my gameplay more than anything else.
Gotcha.
Welcome in, MJ Hat.
So, did you get? You didn't get to tier up your cube yet, right? Because you need a G6 Epic to take advantage of being Op 70. So your cube is the same size as it was when you made your Velox, I assume.
Yeah.
MorDHD.
Yep. Still the same size.
Listen,
It's big
MJ,
enough, I think.
just because I didn't
Yeah, I saw that.
invite you on this call
Thanks,
doesn't
MJ.
mean you gotta call people names. You can join next episode if you want, man. It's all right. You whore. You took my mosh craft, is what he said.
Yeah. No, I get it. That's good. Classic. But yeah, I'm glad. Overall, I'm glad. Like, but the GS31s and the ball cube beams, like the GS31 beam, I think I've noticed the biggest delay. So players, like when they start, which is obviously the correct tactic to do, jump in, beam the opponents, like all their ships. So whatever they're targeting, they just stop targeting because they're dead. They can't score points. They can't start armadas immediately. But I've noticed like it's just a huge time delay to actually see the visual, not for it to happen on the back end, so that the back end happens straight away, but to see the actual beam kill a ship, it's like a good 10 seconds.
So it bugs out on
it
the
really
other
confuses players.
Yeah, you're trying to like target something and send it, and it's dead, but
Yeah.
your client doesn't show it as dead, but it's also not letting you attack it.
Correct.
That's frustrating. Yes, which makes it
Correct.
OP.
And much like the cube, yes, exactly. If you're not running them, then you're missing out for sure. And yeah, you can blow people up within the 10 seconds as well. So there's the other advantage there. So yeah, all the beamy ships, if you're not running them, then you're missing out. But yeah, I don't think they're good for arenas in general when you've got the visual issues that you just can't tell what's going on in the game.
Yeah. Since I'm on the screen, did you? I'm sure you've noticed they put a time delay on Khan's champion events. It's like their way of trying to reduce the number of, because like I guess that there wasn't. I don't know exactly the sequence that causes it, but it happened to me enough times. When you redeem the Khan champion's mission, and you go kill it, the mission completes, but it's got like multiple steps, and they all got to happen, and they trigger after each other, and sometimes there's a delay. Like the mission can complete and then you can come in here and buy another one, but you didn't finish redeeming the completion. If that sequence happened, then you would not get a new Khan champion event or something like that. So you'd have to put in a ticket. So their solution to it
Right.
wasn't, instead of fixing that, they just made it so you can only buy this once every 60 seconds, which I think has the artificial effect of reducing that, because the people who are spamming it are like doing it so fast that they were the most likely to cause the bug, and so waiting 60 seconds makes it more likely that they have claimed the rewards. But in practice, like, basically I do this event, and I think other people as well, during the Ascendancy meta events, the one that rewards you for upgrading your fleet commander. So like, because you get the skill points for con, or anyone who's just trying to like get skill points for con for whatever reason, you're just doing them back to back. So what I do now is I alternate between the 3-star and the 4-stars, because I'm waiting, because each one has a 60-second cooldown. So I'm just as likely to cause a problem for them.
Wow.
But yeah, that's min-max frame
Yeah.
for you, or impatient person. So.
Yeah. You must be getting so many trophies there, Mosh, to be able to like not even wait the minute to do the pulls.
Yeah, well, the Reliant gives you basic. I have like 1 million trophies. If you auto grind with the Reliant,
Wow.
my Reliant can auto grind the 52s now, so it's a decent amount of champion tokens, but also like covers my uncommon, so I can be lazy and never have to grind manually. I still have to go grind for the epics and rares myself, but to try and keep the minimum amount going, the Reliant's been helpful.
Yeah, the 1 minute cooldown as well. Like, it's not perfect because it happened to my friend during the Ascendancy meta as well. Their G4 one, or their 9001 disappeared. So I had to
Yep.
put a ticket in again, and took him over a day to replace the Khan's champion quest. So they missed out on like a couple of million points of Khan. So yeah, it's still not perfect. It's better though.
Yeah. And I don't know how I'm going to win that event next time it happens, because my con's almost maxed. So I'm going to have to try and compete in a fair fashion. But it's also the one that gives you points, I think, for Armada, for doing Armadas. So I was doing like a bunch of epics and rares, and I ran out of speed ups. So I was sitting there like 15 minutes between Armadas. It took, a few hours. But I was very committed to beating the person that would have otherwise been number one, for reasons, in-game drama reasons. We made sure they couldn't get any higher than. Actually, we made sure they got fourth. So they were going for like first and second in a lot of them, but me and the other person in my alliance who was competing, we kind of like mapped out who's going to get first in what event and who was going to be able to just sit at second. And so through our efforts, we juggled our enemy, and he couldn't get higher than fourth, and we got to save our materials. So,
Wow, bullying the event. I love it, Mosh. You're doing well.
yeah, I guess the lesson there is don't mess with people's auto grinding ships. Okay, if you're the kind of scumbag that kills
don't do that.
Monavines and ships that are trying to get like augment kills during the Stella event or Reliance or whatever, like, you don't get to, like, if I can extend my foot and trip you up, I will.
Yeah.
It's not a profitable activity. Don't mess with other people.
No, it's just slowing everyone down.
Exactly.
Yeah. Well, especially like because with like Spox Club as well, what you can get and what your total score is going to be. So yeah, mapping that out, saving your stuff, and yeah. So first and second, that's good. So the current event as well, like I noticed that there's a bit of a weird timer glitch going on that one as well with the current meta. That the 2-day spend event for What Carol ends the same time as the Rise to Power event. So your score from that one for the whole meta, the SOB is probably not going to count because the way that the scoring works in Rise to Power meta SOB is that you have to claim it after the event to get the points to then finish within like first up to 50th.
Right.
So if the actual meta event ends, the Rise to Power SLB, then your points can't add to that. So whatever you're doing today, unless they change the timer on this
One day
one,
at 15
whatever you're
hours.
doing in the resource and resolve heroic SMS,
Oh yeah, you're right. Well, so
yeah, it's not going to count.
is there an SLB for it as well?
Yeah, it's
Is
the Rise to Power meta SLB.
right. That's the meta.
So the
But is
third
there
one. So
is
the
there
one with
a
the ship firing on the ship next to it.
resources and resolve? Okay. Right. Oh
Yeah, yeah.
baby. They're gonna have to fix that. They just have to extend the
100%.
duration of this one
At
by
least
an
you got 2
extra
days.
hour, and then it's fine, or day. Can they do that?
Yeah,
Have they
day would
have
be
they
better,
extended events
just because
before?
like time zones and stuff. Yeah, they can do it. I'm pretty sure they can. It shouldn't be too much of an issue to do, because like this is the big one, right? So
Well, it's walk
the
Scotty,
material
so
spend event, like that's one that true.
it's fine, I guess.
But if they don't fix it for this, like don't think about what's
they should
Scotty,
fix it, obviously. They should
just
definitely
think, Mosh,
fix
if they don't fix it for this, and then it happens to be an officer you really want next time, yeah,
it. Well, the thing is, this
I
one,
probably will go for this though, because
I think it's bait because, well, maybe not this one. The bracket for there was one for armadas. I looked at that and there was a bunch of like level 70s in there, and I just said nah,
Mhm.
because that's where like our giga whales are. So I just decided I wasn't gonna contest much in this, and also like the officers weren't good. The meta officer is Walk Scotty. Now Walk Carol, I could use a few shards for her, but it's like I don't have a lot of materials I can spend, you know. So I didn't. I guess it's only 45 million. It's not 100 million like the other one from last week, so it might be doable. Grab the Gemma token. I don't know. 11 million for 10 Walk Carol shards when I need 44 of them. This might be a situation where I just resign myself to not having tier 3 Walk Carol and just wait until they give her some sort of sourcing. Because I feel like it would basically deplete all my resources to try and complete this SMS. And usually if I can't at least get, I mean, for this I would only compete if I could do 50 million, and I don't think I can do 50 million. I don't
How
have
did you
the
go with the solo waves?
I haven't done them yet.
Because that event's for the meta as well.
Yeah, I didn't have like usually I have like 8 or 9, but I only have like 3 starts right now because I had to do some solo waves during again the Kaiwen meta event because I needed the Section 31 credits to score points. I got like another Shadow Market favor. That was like 25,000 points or whatever, or 25,000 credits. So I kind of depleted my Battle Pass sourced surplus of solo wave starts. So now I have just like the 400 or whatever. And I think I did a solo wave like the day before this event came along. So I'm basically just kind of
100%.
like taking a, what is it, a rest. Like when you don't want to like you don't want your player to get injured during like before the playoffs or whatever. I'm just treating this as like the last few games of the season before the playoffs. I'm sitting out. I need some time to recover. Yep. I'm on the bench, exactly.
That makes sense.
I wanted
and well,
the new officer
Operation Bulwark.
and you know, I was happy with that, so I'm just gonna have to chill for a bit. Winadami. Below deck. 350% crit damage reduction. So that's gonna be handy against a lot of players.
Yeah, I'm keen to see her in arenas. Like I had her on, I think my 3rd ship, but again, when you're playing against a lot of 70s, like it doesn't really matter what you've got on your ships. So, you know, I'm not killing anything. But yeah, the Wave Defense Battle Pass, so that ends, or that will start again once this event ends. So yeah, it's going to be hard to get another token there. So we are coming up, Mosh, as well, up until the end of this arc. So only a couple more days, and then we're going into interim events as well. So I saw that you did have the interim up there a little bit earlier. So there's a lot of new named events that I'm not really familiar with. So I'm keen to see what you think they're actually going to be.
So there's a Saracen invasion. I don't, yeah, like weeks worth of war, power trip. We haven't seen those before, have we?
No, not familiar to me.
Just gonna do a quick check on stfc.space. Because these might just be like older events that we've forgotten about. Meow asks, shall I max out the Franklin Discovery and Ferengi ship at level 24 ops? Well, first off, I don't think you even can. I would say you don't need to really focus on any of those ships. Just upgrade them as you can. Like the Discovery is worth tiering up because it gives you more officer shards and eventually some speed ups that will be valuable. Franklin and Devore are just going to be slow. Just like upgrade them as you can, but don't buy anything to upgrade them. I wouldn't like. I think they're like some of the least impactful ships, like specialty ships that you can get. So, like the first important specialty ship I think you are gonna get is the Vidar. The Vidar you unlocks at Ops 25. And yeah, like Psycho Jester said, they're Ops locked anyway, so you really can't upgrade them past a certain amount until your account itself is higher. So yeah, it looks like these are all like new.
Yeah, I think Meow as well. Like,
Go ahead.
sorry, Mosh. Just one more addition to that: the independent archives. So if you're independent archives level 25, you can probably max out the Devore at 25, which then will get you a daily drip of Latinum as well from that. So
I haven't
wouldn't
even
rush
done
it,
that.
but again, like try to put when you get the stuff into the archives. Sorry, Mosh.
I don't have the Devore archive.
You haven't done that yourself.
No.
It's not a lot, but it is something.
I don't have a Franklin, and I
get the
have a
efficiencies
Devore
as well.
maxed, but it took like a year
You're crazy.
of playing. Well,
Yeah.
look at the bonuses. They're like 20% protected cargo. Like, what do I care? Compared to like
no, I get it for you.
the officers
but
I
for
get.
Meow, like it might be different.
He's Ops 24. Would this matter for him? Like the first few are
max them out.
cost efficient. Well, you need to reach Devore tier 4 before you can get it. So like as these become available, sure, maybe. But even like then I think it might be better to save the currency and like the Vidar has better stuff, right? Like this gives you like nanoprobes, which reduces your grinding time. And then this is just extra damage versus everything, like all hostiles, eventually. Plus the mastery on it is faction credits and faction rep, which are really useful. But yeah, that's how I value the Franklin and the Devore. This archive should tell you where I rate them. I am working on the Franklin now though, because I basically have everything I could get from Cosmic Cleanup, and so 2 years into playing SDFC, I might actually finally make a Franklin. You can see my progress, 54 out of 90.
Ooh. Yeah, I really wish they upped the number of blueprints that you get out of the weekly event there. It just feels low, like especially when you're a new player getting into your early 30s, your early 40s, and you've got like 12 specialty ships to get. The weekly event, it's not the best way to get them. Event stores you can as well, but like you don't really have a choice. And then the Borg cube too. It's like, how do you get the Borg cube most of the time? It's like, well, you either bought it at the time or like got the free code at the time. So it's like, yeah, that's another issue that's going on at the moment.
Yep. And all of like the entire early game, needs a pass at specialty ships to make them easier to obtain. I think that at this point in 2025, like, just give people the Stella, give people the Devore, give people the the Franklin, and in my opinion, even the Borg Cube. Give it to them through missions and like through some sort of like daily thing,
100%.
so that it's reasonably fast. Like, it shouldn't take, if you don't want people to spend like 6 months at those ops and not engage with the content you're spending all your time on, make that stuff, like, you should be able to get any of those ships in 4 weeks, in my opinion. Like, I don't think it should take you more than 4 weeks of cosmic cleanup to get the Franklin. It's not that big a deal. Like, that ship's not gonna like overshadow anything. No one's gonna be like, oh, just get to Ops 24 and get the Franklin, and then you don't need to get a faction ship. Like, you're still gonna get the faction ship. You're still gonna get every other ship that you need to get. Like, it's not gonna obsolete anything. Just make it less painful.
Yeah, I completely agree. And tying those two things together as well, like the interim events, there are specific events for Ops 45 and below, and Ops 45 plus. So there is that distinction that they've made as well. So
it's probably just because these events give rewards that these guys can't.
So maybe
I doubt it's anything more sophisticated than that. But at least these guys, Ops 25 plus, can still do Ceres.
Yeah. I do like that they're looking at it, though.
Are they looking at it? Like, I don't know. I think it's just like they literally don't want people making tickets saying, what is this currency I got? I have no use for it. Like, it's like they literally have to have separate events for certain ops because the rewards for the higher ops versions of it don't work. Yesterday, somebody in my alliance was asking, and they're like Ops 20 something, hey, or Ops 30, where can I find Dallas class sentries? And I remember having that exact question when I was in my in G2 or G3, right? Because I remember there's events that say kill Dallas class sentries, and you have no idea what the hell those are because that's the Monavine area. You have to be Ops 40 to do that, but it's in your event.
Yeah,
and it's so like. People probably ask, and so they probably want different events for those people. That's my pessimistic take on it. I don't think these interim events are.
Well, it could be accurate.
Gonna be that important. I think that like the important thing about all of this is going to be: is there too much or too few? Like, that's all. Like, the job of interim events is to be the right amount. The Goldilocks amount of events, so that you have stuff to do, but you don't feel like rushed and overwhelmed. That's their job. And also, I think Ceres Invasion, like for anybody that's below Ops 40 or at Ops like 40 to 50, like who doesn't have, like, the Ceres Invasion event is probably the most important of all the interim events because it helps you get your Protector, and your Protector helps you with a million other things. The Protector is probably the most impactful specialty ship in the game, even before like the Revenant and the GS, like Ops 50 plus, like Revenant, Reliant, GS31, Borg Cube, like those are really important. But below 50, I feel like the Protector, like 40 to 50, the Protector is the most important specialty
100%.
ship, in my opinion.
Yeah, no, I second that 100%. Like, for low levels, the Protector itself can get up to insane power for its level as well, because I think the level logs are a bit different on that ship too.
Yep.
So definitely worth investing in early on.
It helps you,
and the primes that it gives you too.
It's not like great for hostile grinding, but it's better than most specialty ships. Eventually, your faction ships will be better, but the Protector does have good warp range. It has decent hostile killing just because it has a big hull and big shield. And then it has good impulse speed, which is really, really nice. But again, the most important part of it is the refinery. And it does eventually become your main rep grinder as well in Mirror Universe for surveys. Usually, with exceptions, but a lot of the time, your Protector is going to give you the most rep per hour. because of the hostiles it can kill, because it has a bonus against the Mirror Universe hostiles, and it has a massive cargo hold, so like if you're farming ship parts in G4, it's super handy to be able to use a protector. But the other reason I keep talking about the Saris Invasion event is because it is also how you get Gwen DeMarco shards. And Gwen DeMarco is one of the most impactful officers you can get in the game. Yeah, hands down, bar none. Like super, like for PvE and PvP, it's just like it's S tier for PvE. It's like A tier for PvP, I would say. But it's like get the protector, get the Marco. That should be your focus from like Ops 40 onwards. But you can still win the SLB and stuff at lower ops and start collecting eye patches, and the eye patches will later help you. Once you're 40, you can buy protector blueprints, but you can save up eye patches before you were 40. So that's something I was doing. Kaiser is halfway to tier 5 DeMarco. Awesome, man. That is that's gonna be, what's my DeMarco
so
at?
Good.
Mine is 97 out of 864.
Right as well. $20 battle pass is really good. Is that with the symbiosis officer reduction as well for DeMarco?
It has some of it. Some of that reduction is locked behind Reliant tiers. But I was gonna check. So there's MU, Galaxy Quest crew. I have 10% on Galaxy Quest. I can get more, I think. But I was gonna wait for an event to do it. Because it, like in the last time we had an event for spending, see, Galaxy Crest, I can get level 3 and I can get Symbiosis level 2. So I've left some room on those. But that's possible. I'll get that during the next like Ascendancy event. But it's there. You can go up to a pretty high amount of efficiency, right? Some of these divisions go up to 100%. The Galaxy Quest goes up to 50%. So you may not want to wait, like depending on when this unlocks and how fast your Reliant can be tiered up, because you're kind of time gated on the Reliant without buying packs. You may end up, like, it's worth maxing out DeMarco even if you later end up like going over the cap, right? But
yeah, same with Rachel Garrett as well. Some of them have 150% officer efficiencies, like the strike team ones.
Really?
Which will kind of move us into the next topic as well, around the changes to some of the officers and some of the people going into transporter patterns. So, but before we move on, Mosh, in the interim events, halfway down in the Ops 45 Plus, there is Wednesday, October 1st. Stay tuned for upcoming event announcements. So I don't know what event that's going to be, but stay tuned. October 1st, something's happening. I don't know what it is.
I bet that piqued your interest. So I bet Morty was like, ooh, secret hype thing that they're not telling us about. And then Potato says, they just literally didn't have the name like ready for it. And like when this was going out, so they just put stay tuned.
Yeah.
But it's honestly, I'm probably wrong on that. It's probably something related to like a special announcement. I don't know. I would bet it's something hype and not something silly, like I said. But there's still like a 1 in 3 chance that it's just laziness or that something wasn't ready in time.
Yeah, and it could be, which I'm not saying it is, but it could be the start of G7 or the start of getting into G7, because they love to like tease stuff a few days earlier. And there's been so many conversations, like I think in the private Discord there's been talk about, hey, max out your G7 or G6 epics, get them to tier 16. We know that the next lot of hostiles are going to be more about the gold bosses, so like prep for crews that work against gold bosses. So maybe G7
or you like yellow
PvE
hostiles
is just going to change completely. Yellow hostiles, yes.
Oh,
and the 2 years from G6 is going to be about October, November as well. So normally it's a 2-year time frame before they introduce another 10 generation or another 10 levels for a generation. So I feel like it's close. I don't have any proof. I don't have any It's just a gut feeling that now it's about the right time of year for it as well. And
Makes
we've got
sense.
more Op 70s than we did Op 60s going into G6. So it feels time.
Yeah, Morty got him level cap, and Morty's itching to go higher. So come on, Scopely. Give
It's not
more
just about me,
content.
Mosh, but I get it. I get it.
No,
But I've done all the missions as well. It's like what's left for me is just grinding speed ups and
yeah,
waiting to get
come
more
on,
materials.
Scopely. If you got till October 1st to release the new grade, or Morty might get bored and like we might lose him to Uma Musume or something. And we
Yeah.
just can't. I don't know that like the community could survive that.
I'm gonna join Sultan. Me and Sultan are just gonna be racing horses or horse girls or whatever the terminology is with that.
You would be a beautiful horse girl. shout out to Uma
So
Musume.
it kind of leads us in
gamers. All right, so go on. We're done.
100%. Well, it kind of leads us into the incoming improvements and updates blog post as well, Mosh. Like, because we were talking about officer efficiency before and transporter patterns.
Mhm.
You want to talk about incursions first? We can do that too if you
No,
want.
no,
But,
no. It's literally the
yeah,
order of
huge
tabs, right?
changes. What do you think of these changes?
Adding some good some new officers to transporter patterns. So 5 of 11, Unachin Riley, and then the 3 strike team leaders. So Laan. Wait. PvP SNW Laan. Right. This is strike team Laan.
Battleship Strike
Yeah.
team.
Okay, this is like who does this? Like like the officer has a name. Okay,
Not
just
PvP.
use the officer name.
Wait,
This is
yeah.
like just whatever. So the 3 strike team captains. So the interceptor, the explorer, and the battleship strike team captains, which I think is a really good addition. Like these are basic. Like everyone who wants to PvP should have these crews, and just giving them the epic isn't gonna make it easier. You know, it's not the whole crew. Like you want all 3. You want this and 2 rares or 1 rare, 1 epic. But this will like enable a lot more people to more quickly unlock those officers, which without which like I don't think you can really PvP. Like if all you have is like Mirror Picard or something, you're just gonna get clowned on. So this is good. Borg Queen, she didn't have a lot of sourcing, so that's good. Borg Hugh, a very important officer until you like your ship can crit every shot. But like when you first get this is a very impactful officer for PvE hostiles, not against armadas, but against hostiles. And it also works on Q trials. So like once you get Borg Hugh, like your Q trial assessment rank will also jump up a decent amount. Suddenly stuff like because crits are just such a big deal in STFC. So I think this is all good. I would have preferred still, even with these new ones getting added, for there to be a conversion of transporter patterns to officer depot tokens. Because for me, for example, this is already maxed. Like these PvP ones are, well, not Wei Yun, because no one cares about Wei Yun. But Golden Khan and Laan are already maxed.
Poor you.
And like Borg Hugh is high enough. Sure, like no, I'll this will keep me busy for a little bit. But there's people for whom these aren't even like an issue. Like they already have these maxed. So I think it would have been better to also just give a release valve, some sort of conversion of transporter patterns to officer depot tokens.
Yeah, 100% agree. And yeah, looking at the officers, like, yeah, they're really impactful ones. And to get them across the board for all player levels that do have transporter patterns to unlock these, fantastic. Even Una, like Una with the Impulse, Una works with a lot of crews as well. So, and she's relatively hard to source. So,
yeah, and her captain ability is actually,
I think Una addition is great.
not bad either.
With the, yeah, 100%. And Borg Queen and Borg Hugh, like there's sourcing in the IA building now as well, but just to be able to give them, the additions to get them as well. And 5 of 11, like one of the most impactful officers to your game too, just to get the extra loot as well before Rachel Garrett, because 5 of 11 works with Armada starters too. But yeah, like really great additions. And I agree, Mosh, like adding either a transition to Officer Depot tokens, Officer XP, even because of how
Or
quickly
kind of
we're
said
getting up
badges.
to the officer level ups with the efficiencies and badges. Yes, I agree, Kaiser, 100%. Like, why not? Transporter patterns is like your overflow mechanic for every officer in the game, right? So once you max out an officer, sorry, let me rephrase, the rares and the epics turn into transporter patterns. The uncommons and commons, I think, just turn into officer XP. But it's literally your overflow mechanic for everything. So having a way to then keep that currency alive in a way that's useful and meaningful, I think would be great. So yeah, badges, XP, depot tokens. And depot tokens don't even include all the officers currently either. There's a lot of like uncommons or commons or rares even that aren't in depot tokens that I don't have maxed out that I'd love to max out. So it'd be good to have more additional officers in depot tokens too.
I mean, I'm okay with not everything being in depot tokens. I think every officer should have some sourcing in the game. But what I don't want to have happen is, like you said, transporter pattern being the overflow, and then you not be able to do literally anything with it. Because every time you get officer shards that turn into transporter patterns for certain players who have all their, like, the transporter officers maxed out already, which is a surprise. Like, it's a lot more people than you'd expect. Like, at a certain point, like, you start getting those officer shards fast enough. But yeah, but like for me right now, as you can see, I have 72 engineering badges and 6 command badges. Listen, either they need to like increase the sourcing on command badges, or they need to give us a way to convert badges, because it's crazy. 16 science, 72 engineering, 6 command. And I have a lot of command officers like Archer, like Alonzo Freeman, Boimler, I don't know, like there's a bunch of them that I literally don't see ever promoting for that reason. But I kind of need to for Mess Hall and for Con augment favor. Like there's reasons to max out these officers, and I just can't. And we need more badge sourcing.
Yeah, and they've got material conversion, they've got ship part conversion. So yeah, having like an officer badge conversion wouldn't be too far fetched. It would make the game easier, I guess, but there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, I agree. But overall, this is a great change. Add more stuff. There's more officers that have been around for like 2 years already that should be accessible to newer players, and transporter patterns are a good way of doing that. The Gorn Eviscerator is getting slightly higher, slightly easier access to the systems that it needs to reach. I think this is like a non-issue. Yes. Like it's yes, they should have done it. Like this should never have been a problem.
No, it should never have been, because like again, you will need to have like the Kirk favor maxed as well. So it's max Kirk favor with the warp, and also maxed here Gorn Eviscerator to get to level 70 system. So yeah, it shouldn't have been an issue. It's surprising that they required more. Like maybe it was using the Chaos tech with the Forbidden tech to get the extra warp range to get there, or using more warp officers. But yeah, I'm glad that they're making this change.
So I've been doing.
The ship should be for the loop, right?
I've been getting all the fleet commander stuff you can get from Borg. My Vidar has always been maxed for ops for as long as I've been playing. I have the Prime that gives you extra Vidar stuff. Not that that makes a big difference. I bought the Vindicator when it came out, specifically for fleet commanders, and I've been doing solo elite waves pretty much higher than anybody else with my ops, just so I can keep buying quantum communicators to level up my command center. I maxed out 7 of 9's quantum communicator efficiency as fast as I could. I got the artifact that increases their efficiency. I got the favors that increases fleet commander stuff. And I still don't have Kirk maxed out because my fleet commander is not op 60. And for them to like just bake that in to the core requirement of a specialty ship's loop is kind of silly in the first place. Like, I don't know why they want to gate access to specialty hostiles for the specialty ship. Like, whatever. Like,
Mhm.
if your ship can take them, let people do it. Like, that's it. Just like, there's plenty of reason to only use your Talios when farming nanoprobes, and only use your Visceria when you're farming, you know, the volatile isomatter and stuff, because of like the bonuses the ship has, and the forbidden tech and all sorts of stuff. You don't need to also warp gate it. It's fine. Just and if somebody manages to use like their G7 Epic to do it, good, let them. Like, people who like got their ships to such a like badass level, being able to use their ship for the wrong thing, like to cover more than one, like, that's okay.
Yeah.
Like, just let people have that. You don't need to. That's not something you need to prevent.
And it's my understanding as well, it's like the first specialty ship with an additional requirement to do the loop. So I can't remember any other specialty ship that actually requires you to have like whatever to help do its own loop. So I think that was a bit of a miss through the design.
Honestly, when I first read this, I projected my own hopes and dreams. I didn't read it correctly. I thought they were removing the restriction on like, or making it so like, because right now I can reach this level 62 system with my NX, right? So I can do I can start armadas in Torgoth. But if somebody else opens an eviscerator rift there, I can't use it. Like, I'm not trying to get into G6 space. This to me is not G6 space, because my NX can reach it. Like, it's the space that my NX can solo these these hostiles easily.
Yeah.
So I shouldn't be limited from getting to it when someone opens a rift. But I am. And same with like these systems. Like, either put a lock on the path or let me get to them via rifts. I don't see a reason to block it at all. But that's not what they're changing. So whatever.
No, and it could be like Psychogest is saying, they just count any 61 system as G6 in regards to rifts, but that's not really correct, because like there are systems, like you said, and you showed, that aren't G6 specific systems. So yeah, that seems like a shame.
Apparently, they treat any system that says 61 or higher as a G6 system. But there are specific G6 areas that you can only unlock once you're a G6 and have hazards and other things. And like, that should be the definition of G6 systems.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So
I agree.
Okay. Hostile cap increasing from 2,000 to 2,500. Okay, great. I'm thinking they could have done it to 3,000.
But that's a big one. Yeah, they could have. Go ahead. Sorry, Mosh.
Well, it's like, are you gonna?
It's huge.
Notice a material difference from this? Like, is it?
Yes. Yes, I will. So, like, when you think about it, right? Like, you've got the Reliant, which is augment auto-grinding, Monavine, which is auto-grinding. People who are using Ship XP to auto-grind use the lower augment space as well. The Serene Squall auto-grinding for ships too. So, like...
Yeah, but you don't need the Monavine.
You've got 3 auto-grinding loops, plus you've got potential 4th. No, I know, I don't. No, but players... If you look at players as a whole, at that level, they would have all 4
Are there people who have the
time.
Monavine, the Reliant, the Serene Squall, and some other ship auto-grinding? Like, right now, you can have 3 ships auto-grinding, I think, and it hits the hostile cap. So you only... Like, I've been sticking to, like, 1 or 2. And, like, the Monavine, you only need to do it once every few days, if at all, right? The Reliant is also the same thing. It doesn't need to be doing it every day. XP, yeah, you probably want every day. And I'm not saying that, like, the hostile limit isn't a problem. I just mean that, like, I'm trying to think of, like, all those times I've hit the limit, whether an extra 500 would be like, oh, I'm cool now. Or it's like, I still won't be able to send that 3rd auto grinder out from this change. And I think that's their intention. They just want to make it a little less likely for you to hit it without auto grinders all day. And
Yeah, I guess. But for me as well, like the transition stuff, like I need to do the rare canister. Well, I don't need to, but I want to do the rare canister and I want to do the uncommon canister. And that's two like auto grinding like loops in itself as well because you're hitting the Suliban with that. And it's a bigger problem for G6 Plus players because you're grinding in Mirror Universe for the speed ups, and that's a constant like. If you're doing it enough, like that's a huge benefit to your account because like getting the speed ups is massive. So I've hit the hostile limit a lot, especially once getting the Reliant. Basically because like the Reliant is new free to play, so I'm hitting it a lot more now because the Reliant's out 24/7, and it's always going to be out until I max out everything I can with that ship. So yeah, mirror grind your daily grinds. So. And the events, like the aggregation event, if you were trying to do the heroic, that required you to grind out a lot of hostiles if you didn't have the building at the specific level. So the other thing is as well, the only way to check in-game how many hostiles you've killed in that 24-hour period is to look at that number of hostile ships destroyed at reset and record that number down. And then you know you've got 2,000 hostiles from that time to the next 24 hours. So the other addition I'm really hoping is that they add in a hostile count somewhere. Because people intentionally try not to hit the hostile limit because they don't want to miss out on those rewards from either Mirror Universe or whatever. Yeah. And without knowing exactly where you're up to, that's an issue.
Yeah, I probably keep myself below like 1,000 just because I'm scared of hitting the limit and not not being able to farm something I need. It also like resets at a different time than like the events do, even though like events are usually what drive grinding. But like what you said about so in G6, like, because you're right, like I'm doing the bare minimum of what I need for the Transogen refinery, and like that's, I mean, you're right. Like, if I was trying to do 2 chests a day, I probably would run into that issue. And also, like, I'm op 60, which is like the easiest place to chill, right? So it's probably much much harder to hit those numbers at higher ops. Sorry.
Yeah, and I haven't had any ships out for months auto grinding XP because I need the hostile limit to do what I want to do, which is Mirror Universe grind or Augment grind. So I specifically have not been doing that. And if that increase happened and get that 500 more, I might have one ship out auto grind.
Mm-hmm. No,
for XP,
I totally overlooked
obviously I can get it other ways, but it'd just be
the Transogen stuff. That does change everything just by itself. And because that's like the threshold, right? Like it's like being able to do 2 auto grinders instead of 1 auto grinder lets you actually do Transogen and do Mirror Universe. Like, so 2,500, I just think like my reaction to it being like whatever is it should be 3,000. Or you should stop adding stuff like these systems that have required auto grinding. Like one or the other. Either stop adding things that require auto grinding and like massive like grind events, or increase the hostile grind cap. And like I don't think 3,000 is going to be like, oh, let's everybody do botting. Like if botting's a problem, and the botters, don't give me that.
But
and if you can't distinguish a bot from a player,
the auto grinding loop,
then there's a problem with your game.
Yeah, there's other issues there as well. I won't go into too much detail, and that doesn't involve the hostile cap at all. The other things as well, like the biggest thing though, Mosh, is that they've said previously in posts and blog posts saying we will not touch the hostile limit. We will not touch it ever because X, Y, and Z. But now they've touched it. So now that there's a way that they've made a change,
now
so
we know they
opens
can
the
touch
door
it
for future changes.
Very nice.
Well, that's it. Like for me, that's the biggest thing.
But they'll be extra conscious of not setting a precedent.
And you're willing to do that, so
they'll be like, no, that was a one-time thing.
Well, the precedent's been set. It's been set. Like it's like when they said they're gonna change choice rewards for alliance tournaments. Like they're like, yeah, we're never gonna let people use them again. And it's like, well, we're still using them now. So yeah, I don't take that barrier's been broken. Like there's no going back.
I didn't realize that the hostile limit counter resets isn't always the same as your dailies.
No, it's not.
Yeah, have a hidden counter
So daylight
and
savings,
not tell people what it is, and the reset time of it is ambiguous. And if you reach it, you literally don't get loot from anything you kill. And you don't, it doesn't say hostile limit reached, no longer getting loot, or like, hey, you didn't
except
get
on
loot.
artists, but yeah,
It's literally just the thing that happens.
that's it.
And you don't, like, people get confused by it all the
Yeah.
time. It's crazy. Nothing
That's
should be
actually a
like
good idea though, Mosh. Like the banner just to say hostile limit reached. Like even that.
There's a
better
million
than what
ways
we've
to
got.
address it. Like UI problems are always so much easier to fix than Scopely makes it out to be. I just can't.
Yeah, I agree.
So I don't really comment about it.
That's fair. It's a good change. So 2500, it's a good change. Step in the right direction.
Yep.
Balances it out a bit more in terms of auto grinding. Botting, like, yeah, bots exist in the game, that's fine, but that's not going to be affected really by this 500 added on, because 30 minutes in Mirror Universe space regardless. So, like, if you're using a bot in there, whatever, it's 30 minutes versus auto grinding. I probably shouldn't comment too much on that, but yeah, there's bigger issues with people using bots than the hostile cap limit. All right, next changes. Also exciting.
Wow, I didn't even know about this because I'm unprepared and out of the loop. But I got Scotty 4 flashpoints because I knew there would be flashpoints, just like invading entities would have their own damage SLBs and RSLBs, and that's what I'm into. And I worked really hard to get my Scotty to tier 3. And now they're not adding Suliban to it. No, they're removing Flashpoint and replacing it with Suliban. Why? Look, why? Why not just have both? I understand that they're like flashpoints are on hold or whatever because they don't understand that like fixing the problem means you don't have to remove the fucking event completely. You just fix the problem, which they did. They reduced the hazard damage. They could improve like the drop rate of the epic whatever directives or whatever, and it's like the problem is solved. I don't understand why they had to completely cancel flashpoints just because they made a video hyping it up, and then in their own imagination it would go some other way, and then it didn't because of those problems with like events not scoring correctly and hazard being too high and like the event requirements being too hard for certain ops levels. Like. It's like you made a burger and you didn't cook the meat enough and you bit into it and it was uncooked and you're like, yes, the answer is to become a vegetarian, and also our fridge is now a toaster. Like, just cook the patty. That's all you needed to do.
Are you ready for my tinfoil hat theory?
Go for it.
So they've removed the flashpoints from it, right? So from flashpoint and hostiles, but maybe because they've changed Suliban, maybe next they'll change it again because flashpoints is going to just be called something different. So it'll be something else, and they're going to add that back to Scotty once they've worked out what the new name of flashpoints is. Because flashpoints is such a tainted word now that they're like, nah, this word is dead forever and ever and ever. So maybe that's what they're going to do. But again, tinfoil hat theory.
Have they ever done something like that where they like
it's
add
been
something and they removed it when they brought it back? It had a different name.
I guess Jachok would probably be the closest example to that, where they said bonus to mining and then changed it to bonus to mining rate instead of like bonus to like mining loot or whatever. So they changed Jachok like 3 times. So, and then they added epic to him for, I don't know why, for some reason in the transient loop. But yeah, they could do that. Easy peasy. Like they can change the name, they can add stuff. They can do it without even going into maintenance. So, yeah, I think they'll change it to whatever the new flashpoints is, because that's what they're designed for.
I'm not in the loop on the
name
chalk
changes,
stuff.
the abilities change. It'll be something like that.
When did the chalk change?
Well, originally in the patch notes, he was not mining bonus. He was I forget what the terminology was. It was something specific about hinting that it's mining like addition when you step off a node, but it wasn't designed like that, I guess. And then even Hammy said it was mining speed, but then the ability wasn't speed. And then they changed the in-game name to mining speed with the chalk. But then when the Serene Squall came out, they added epic bonus mining speed to the chalk. So he wasn't epic originally. And then when
Right.
that came out, they're like, oh yeah, we should add epic here, even though it doesn't really make too much of a difference.
Well, Epic wasn't in the game, and they decided to add it, and then they added Epic to the
Yeah.
truck. Okay, that's a little different than flashpoints and Solobon, like completely changing what an
Yeah.
officer does.
I agree.
I think that's a little disingenuous. Like, to me, like if you spent $100 to buy, or $500, or however much it takes to buy S&W Scotty, and then like he literally like becomes useless, and then they change it to something else. I mean, I don't know, man. Like, I feel like that's kind of.
I agree. No, I agree, 100%. But we don't know when Flashpoints is coming back or what they're going to be called. Like, the community's been calling them on Trash Points. Like, I feel the name itself is dead. So they need to kind of reinvent the name and do rebranding, whatever. And that's what they're good at. They're a marketing company. But I agree with you, Mosh. Like, when the new stuff does come back, or if this does come back, then he kind of needs to be within that, to work
Okay,
within that.
just
So
they could have just left it at Flashpoint and Sullivon, and then when something new comes out to replace Flashpoints, that's when you do the name change. I don't think they removed it thinking they're going to bring
That's
it
fair.
back. I think they literally are just like, yeah, Flashpoints were a dumpster fire. Our VIPs yelled at us, so we're just not going to have those anymore. And like it didn't work, so that whole idea is like dead. I don't think they're going to do dynamic like appearing hostiles anymore, because like it was their big like shtick for 12 months, and like everybody hates them and nobody thinks they're cool. So I don't know. I think this is just like, okay,
yeah,
well,
you're probably right.
people are mad that we have this officer that's now useless, that they bought or paid for or worked towards getting. We should make sure it's still useful. And hey, auto grinding Solobon is hard, so let's just give him Solobon bonus. Like, I was always sad that it didn't have a bonus against Solobon, because like you send the ship there to be able to do the armadas, and then it dies to an auto grinder, like, or a chaser that it, you know. Like, it would have been cool to just have both from the start, but I would also accept them adding both to it now. I just don't think it's cool that I got a DeMarco for a specific thing, and now it's not a DeMarco anymore. Like, that's just a bait and switch.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he went from being a DeMarco to being like
comments as well.
a random hostile grinding officer. Like, whatever, man.
Yeah, they did have the sentence here as well, Mosh. Rather than leaving these officers without full utility for that long, we decided to update their capabilities now and give any future updates the time they need to deliver on their promise. We have no current plans to bring flashpoints back in the near term, and we'll keep you updated if that changes. So, yeah, I mean, it doesn't, like,
flashpoints are where alliance tournaments
were.
were.
Added the terminology to the officers, but
except people probably were going to be more. People complain more about alliance tournaments not coming back than they ever will about flashpoints, because people hated flashpoints. They may not know why they hated it, so they won't realize that, like, if flashpoints came back, they'd be fine. Because flashpoints were bad because of the hazards, and with the hazards reduced for everybody except like everybody below Op 61, flashpoints would be totally fine now if they came back. I think people would like them. The rewards.
Yeah, and the IMSs.
You can get the Marco shards from flashpoints. God damn it.
Yeah.
I don't even need it anymore, but for people who need it would be so good.
Yeah. And the mirror killing the Hurok Targs or whatever, trading them over for Mirror Dust, like Mirror Dust, that's a premium. Like, getting that was good. Getting additional artifact mastery sourcing is good. Getting transition building forge sourcing is good, because that building itself has huge rewards the higher you can tier that one up, especially if you've unlocked the research tree in the Star Path research, like to get those one-off pulls. And yeah, fleet preset still there as well. I know a lot of people got that. I didn't get it because I was using my currency for something else. But yeah, the store itself was great. The bonuses were great. It's just that the IMS was poorly written and didn't function well. Maybe the technology failed, maybe it didn't, and it was frustrating.
By the end, the IMS was fine. The last one was good. So like
It
they
was.
iterated on a
I
thing,
agree.
and by the time it was good, they were like already deleting it. It makes no sense. Bring back
Yeah.
flashpoints in their final
Which
state;
is a
they were
shame.
fine.
Delete it when it's good. It was fine.
It's bad management. Like you have your employees working on something, and you design it badly, and it comes out as terrible, and you then assign teams to fix it because it's like an emergency, and then they actually do fix it, but right the time when it's actually fixed, you also announce that you're deleting the whole thing. Like, I feel so bad for the people who worked on that, or who adjusted it, and who fixed it, and who made it in the first place. Like, it's I feel bad for Scope, the employees there. I just think that's that's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah,
there.
rock in a hard place for sure. Yeah. I agree. You're right.
The
We've got
next
another
GM
update
update.
from GM Connor coming up. Yeah.
Yes, great. I look forward to that. All right,
Yeah.
let's
Between October and November. So at least a month away. Well, I'm glad like we're getting updates, right? From regardless of who they're from, we're getting them from the company.
I just don't want them to be
saying,
wasting
"Hey,
time
we wanna
making a
try to
video
do X, Y, and
production.
Z." I'm not saying they do things great or perfect. It's just, yeah, it just needs to be a PDF or like just a news blog or with like 3 or 4 updates in there. That's great.
And be honest, to the point, and like
Stitch video.
nuance. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. I'm not gonna teach them how to do PR, and they're not gonna
Because the biggest things I talked about.
Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah. Maybe you can make your own videos after, like just do a potato version of the GM Connor update, but like with what you would say instead. I'd watch that.
All right, maybe that's something we can do, or a parody version of it, depending on how sassy I feel.
Yeah.
Thank you for your ongoing money dump into our game. We're continuing to increase the number of ways we try to charge you for the same battle pass over and over again. We're rolling out a set of quality of balance sheet improvements between arcs. Okay, I'll stop. Go ahead.
No, I'm glad we're getting updates. So these changes are good, like in my opinion. And the VIP kind of got this sent to them a couple of days before everybody else. I think it's great. Like adding stuff to transporter patterns, fantastic. Keep that alive. Get the changes in that we suggested. Go on eviscerated loop, great. Good change. Hostile cap raising and stealing, great, fantastic. The officers, like you said, good and bad in terms of like what it means for players, but it's something.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
Yep. All right.
Do you want to talk about incursions next?
Not really.
They're coming back. Incursions.
I mean, it's just
Let's
incursions. Like whatever. Nothing's changed.
Well, the big thing.
Whales on your server are gonna shield or not shield.
At APAC.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, there's only 2 pairings.
It's a win for APAC because like, well, yeah, that's better than it was. Last two incursions, we only had 1 pairing, but we had 4 viable servers that could participate in incursions. So finally, month 3, we actually have incursions to what they were previous. So
200%.
We've got 2 pairings. We've got 4 servers. Yeah,
Beautiful.
It's massive. I noticed as well on the servers on the buy, they have 202, but they didn't include APAC 203 or APAC 204. And again, considering they're brand new servers, that's probably why. But yeah,
they should still be listed.
Cool. Thanks, Mosh.
No problem.
They should be.
Yeah. Is the start time for incursion still midnight for you guys?
Yes, I did bring it up, and I did get traction from somebody, so they're raising it up, and we'll see if that does ever change. For context, I think India is 8 p.m. start roughly. Australia, where I am, is about 1 a.m. or midnight, depending on your time zone. So when incursions start, the best thing for incursions is that like the first hour, right? Because that's when most people forget to shield, or the biggest bases to radar, or the most PvP action is.
Yep.
So when that's for APAC, for me, especially in Australia, most people are asleep. They miss out on that. So incursions is more of a cleanup when they wake up 8 or 9 hours later. So yeah, I'm hoping they make that change.
Yeah. The Cube versus Vengeance. Did we already talk about that before? I think you and I just chatted about it. It
Possibly.
wasn't
I
on
can't
a
remember what we
podcast.
talked about last time.
It's silly. Like
Yeah, possibly.
the
Yeah.
vengeance is for PvE reasons. Like has a delayed firing pattern. Because of that, it's worse in a head-to-head matchup against the cube than you would expect it to be. And then instead of just buffing the vengeance or giving it some sort of PvP bonus, instead then they're giving it a special only against the cube ability, which is like the band-aid on a band-aid on spit, on glue, on duct. Like it's just such a shoddy design, it offends me. But I'm nowhere near. Most people are nowhere near the vengeance level, and like for the vast majority of people, not all this is just like theory. But for the select few that are like op 70 and previously had a chance at beating vengeance without spending $10,000 on a fake chip in a fake video game, they no longer have any recourse against a vengeance. They just get clapped. So, yay!
Well, it changes the PvP meta overall, right? So there is a specific crew that was good against the Vengeance and also good against the Crenshaw when using the Ball Cube. So now that the Ball Cube kind of can't compete against the Vengeance at all, it just gets clapped, then it's kind of brought the Crenshaw back into being a more powerful PvP ship. It was the Carol with
so the best PvP
Specialist
crew
7 and I can't remember the third.
Oh, Specialist 7?
Yeah, so now that it... Yeah, I think Specialist 7, because she has extra shots in there, and the cube stuff is pretty good. I can't remember what the third officer was, whether it was Unagard Wolf or Harrison or a combination of. But now that the cube kind of can't compete with Vengeance,
instead of Lorca,
then... Oh, instead of Lorca, okay.
Oh, wait, no. Okay, so the...
Yeah, it's kind of...
The extra shots is the captain ability. Yeah, so you were using Carol as captain anyway. So it's just instead of Lorca. It doesn't matter. Special 7 or Lorca, just put the one that has a higher chance. Lorca has 80% when maxed. Specialist 7 is 100% when maxed. So of course you're going to use Specialist 7 if you have her maxed. So in like the whale category, it's just like this is the better Lorca. So that's what you use. Whatever. I don't care. It's just it's a Carol crew.
Yeah, that makes
sense. And the Carol crew is the best at every tier. It was the best. It was the best at G4. It was the best at G5. It's the best at G6. And the reason it's the best is because it counters strike teams. Because strike teams are otherwise the best. And strike teams have a mechanic where they get extra shots and extra damage the longer the fight goes. And so ever since strike teams came out, there's been a hard cap in PvP on how long the fight can go. They have artificially designed themselves into a corner because of the math of exponentially increasing damage means that if the fight goes 6 rounds, you like literally almost always win with a strike team crew, which means that the other crews have to win before that, which means that like extra shots in round 1 is the play. And like I don't know, there are fundamental problems in the way the PvP works in this game. There's lots of different ways to address them. Giving one ship a bonus against another ship is not the way to do any of that. It's just like a clusterfuck, and it's, our Giga Whales are mad at us, so we better give them something real fast before they chop our heads off kind of play. And whatever, I have no respect for it. That's how I feel about that.
Yeah, I agree with your comments regarding PvP. The interesting thing as well, like with the Vengeance leaderboard, so that's come back to again. Now, APAC, like what I found out after going to Op 70 and talking to some players in EU and US, when you look at stfc.pro, there is only 136 Op 70 APAC players who can see the Vengeance SMS currently going on. I'm not the lowest anymore. I was up until the other day. Now, Dainty Onions 696. Congrats on getting Op 70 is lower than me. So he's 136. I'm 135 now. So, but again, when you compare that to EU with, I think it was 1,000 70s, and US I think has like 1,800 70s. The Vengeance leaderboard is very good if you're an APAC player because it's super cheap. It's much easier to kind of obtain a Vengeance as an APAC player. The difference is though, APAC gets one for all APAC servers. EU gets 2. and US gets 3. But overall, even when you balance for the amount of vengeance that's been given out, APAC still has the much easier run and the cheaper vengeance acquisition. And because there's basically more vengeance has been given out in APAC than players in APAC going to Op 70, it seems to be getting even easier. So I sent a screenshot before. I'm like, what, 30? What was I in the screenshot? I should just quickly check that again. Yeah, I'm ranked 37, just acquiring Syndicate out of the leaderboard already. So yeah, it's interesting. I just thought that was something interesting to talk about.
So you're actually, because you're in APAC, you have a shot at getting a vengeance. Without
potentially, yeah, free to play. Potentially, we'll see.
That would be epic. Oh man, I'm rooting for you.
That would be so funny. Thank you. The Serene Squall, because the scoring in that is Serene Squall parts as well, and like G6 ship parts too. So if they keep the Serene Squall up for a little bit longer, and all of that, because like I'm only about 2 weeks away from getting my Serene Squall, so potentially like it would be the funniest thing if I got the Serene Squall free to play and then use that to then kind of get some vengeance blueprints. That would be hilarious.
Oh, because you get points for leveling it. Or
where are you at with your Serene Squall?
That's a good question.
Yeah, leveling it and using the ship parts as well.
I should check. Survey. Because I did buy some blueprints from the faction store. Where is it? Survey, right? Okay, I'm 154 out of 200. That's where I'm at. So not far.
I'm 175 out of 200. So
wow. Go get it.
I'm 15 days away.
Very nice. And so then you'll use that
it's gonna be epic, though.
To score on the vengeance. Maybe some. So, like, how many blueprints do you think you're going to be able to get each? Like, how often is the event? It's once a week?
Not much. Yeah, so I think it's been running a little bit more, like, because I did record it, the last one in my Discord. Let me just check the date on that. So the last one, yeah, only ended like 2 days ago. So 26th of the 9th is when I posted the last leaderboard, and now we've got a new leaderboard 2 days later, essentially, which is going to run for another 1 day and 14 hours. So they're pumping them out. And the top score was 300 million in APAC, and that was Duke that got it this time around.
That's doable.
So, yeah, I don't know. Maybe they're going to speed up the SLBs for, and then when G7 comes out, they'll stop them. I don't know. But
if you win the SLB, do you get like all the blueprints for one vengeance?
No, you only get 800 out of 1,000, so you still need to either complete the SMS.
But if you won the SLB, you completed the SMS.
Rank in the next one.
Right? Because you said 300 million was first.
No, they're different. Yeah, but the SMS requires you to spend Recon Locus schematics at the moment, or aggregation research dust, or upgrade prototype tech. And 336 million points of that is quite a lot, so it's not achievable free to play. Maybe the first tier is, which is two vengeance blueprints, but yeah, there's possible to score in the SLB, the RLB, than to even do anything in the SMS.
I see. And okay, so it'll be a while. Maybe by the time I'm off 66, you can have a vengeance, and you can.
We'll see. Yeah. Either way, it's
and then
funny,
they'll open cross-region arenas due to low participation in APAC, and then you and I can play arenas together.
That'd be so fun, Mosh. That would be so good.
Well, here's hoping. I just ran out of Krenim for the first time in months, and I don't want to go do Krenim. Why video game do you make me do things?
Where are you at with your artifact mastery as well? Because I feel like they're such great additions to the game. It's kind of solved my pastel problem too.
Level 5, and then level 4 on the Vulcan scroll, with 5 on the rest. answer your question.
That Vulcan Scroll, not the Vulcan Scroll, the Gong has made a big difference as well to PvP before they brought out the prototype tech. So now that they've got that back out, it's kind of like messed stuff out a little bit, even though like the 40k Apex barrier with the prototype tech probably isn't doing too much. And there's been some conversation as well about them potentially bringing in a new type of defense for either hostiles or PvP, because Apex barrier is not as good as it was, and
they
now
added
kind of is a
shred.
bit meaningless.
And also because
but yeah, I know.
Apex barrier doesn't protect you from strike teams, so it like doesn't matter. Mirror Crew is bad. I don't know.
Yeah, poor Mirror Crew.
It's
I felt bad for Mirror Crew.
Look, when you add infinitely scaling damage to the game, you put a round limit on the length of PvP fights. Like, you can't fix this problem without reworking strike teams. And like, you just can't. Like, it's been too long. People have invested too much into it. And so they would rather invent a new stat, and they keep trying new stats, but infinitely scaling damage does not care about a new stat if that stat is linear and static. If Apex barrier was like cumulative per round, then it could potentially combat extra shots cumulative per round. In theory, like if you grab like an exponential curve will always outscale a linear, right? But like if they were both increasing, on the same power level, then you could do some things. But they're so, it's always like next month's thing has got to power creep this month's thing, and so you're gonna have, like, you just can't have balance, especially when you also want to invalidate everything if somebody swipes a credit card and buys the latest like prototype tech. As soon as Slipstream and Tantalus Field became free to play obtainable, they released stuff that like literally does 4 times as much as they do. So I don't know. I'm just extra salty about PvP because it's like, okay, yes, people who spent always had a massive, nearly insurmountable advantage, but those people were also bad at math and crewing, and so you could outplay them through your choices. And there were it didn't matter that the guy spent like $10,000 on the video game. A free-to-play player with the right crew could beat them if they weren't crewed, if the enemy wasn't crewed correctly. But more and more, it's like they just don't want that. They don't like that. Like I like somebody who spent money deserves to win, and I just can't abide by that. Like it just rubs me the wrong way.
Yeah, I agree, because if that's the mantra going forward as well, that like if just say X person spent X amount of money so they will auto win, that kind of eliminates the skill or eliminates like the fun.
Like, why have all the extra steps?
Because then it's like,
let's just compare bank accounts and like just hook up our bank accounts to SDFC, like, and at the beginning of the arena match, just check my balance, and if my balance is higher, I win. I get the points. Why are we doing all this extra work?
Correct. That's what I'm saying too. Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
I had to.
Yeah. No, you're right. You're right though. Like, yeah, it shouldn't be like that, and that it doesn't exist in other like FPS games or RTS games. There's still the skill there. Like, well, I guess the money factor kind of doesn't really come into play with those games as much.
Yeah. So I mean, I understand it's going to be a pay-to-win game, but it shouldn't be like, if you pay to win, you can literally roll your face on the keyboard and still win. It should be like, if you paid, you're gonna have to click half as many times and be half as good to beat someone. But like, if you're literally like 10 times better than someone, you should be able to beat them even if they spent. But there's none of that in this game. So
and the PvP Forbidden Tech super expensive to max out.
Yeah. I figured it would be a while before it happens, so I'm reacting to something. Like, people doing arenas now might be like, what's he overreacting to? I'm just, 6 months from now, that's going to be the meta. It's going to be like, it literally doesn't matter that I have a maxed out ship with maxed out officers. The other guy has the prototype tech and has them maxed out. And so, like, I'll just lose. So it will just be like two classes of people
Look at the other
in arenas. The people who have like that tier will just auto win
vengeance
all their
changes
games
as well.
Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah. We're reducing the below deck slots so that they can have more below deck officers at lower tiers. Like, that's another massive change for people who have obviously got the vengeance. So, like, yeah, it's moving towards more and more of that system. What will be interesting though, we're in Villain's Arc, the end of Villain's Arc
I don't
part
have a
one at the
problem with
moment.
this.
Now we know whether it's
Sorry, I think the Vengeance is a legendary ship and it should beat every other ship in head-to-head combat. I just dislike the way they did it. And like below deck slots
I
is
agree,
fine with me.
Yeah, it is legendary. Yeah, I'm just saying that adds more to the scale difference, is what we were talking about earlier. But that's fine.
Yeah.
We can move on from that.
Thank you.
Yeah. So villains with Mirror Nero or just Nero, other universe Nero, and probably Par Wraith Descartes, whether that's going to be a fleet commander or not a fleet commander, we don't know. But because like Adami, like we are talking about Win Adami earlier, with being like a PvP officer below deck and a base cracker above deck, I'm interested to see what the changes of these officers are going to be for like arenas or things like incursions, because is this going to be like another power creep set, or is it going to be something else? I don't know.
Did they announce anything about the new officers, or you're just?
No, it's in the video. I don't know. Have you seen that video, Mosh?
I have not.
It was in the in-game news.
Okay, let's check it out.
You're missing out.
Yeah. Okay,
and potentially the new ship announcements in there as well.
A good topic to wrap up on. We'll watch the video, we'll talk about it, and then I think it will be good for me to call it a day.
Yep, I agree.
Video section, Villains Part 1 trailers. This one?
Yeah, there you go.
Okay. So let me go ahead and
I'm pretty sure that's the one.
This. And I've made it so this time people on YouTube can actually hear the YouTube video that we're talking about. So hey, let's go. Once it loads, of course.
This was never about war. It was always about control.
Control.
Chaos isn't spreading. It's being engineered.
Yeah, that's kind of hype.
A new force rises, ruthless.
That's potentially the new ship there, Mosh.
And watching. Pushing the galaxy to the brink of fall. Twisted by time.
That's a Valdor, right?
Old grudges are reborn to deceive. Align. Betray.
Yeah, I think so.
Go deeper into the web.
Okay, hold on. Okay, so
how hype is that video? How hype?
Yeah, we got a bunch of new stuff.
It was always.
I thought it was gonna be one of those like, we're gonna talk for 25 minutes about how awesome we are videos. Sorry, I was not expecting a 1-minute trailer.
No, this is the marketing. This is the marketing team for the game. Yeah.
Chaos isn't spreading.
So these are these the Suliban ships? Is that what they are?
So Suliban in the back left,
yeah,
they're the aggregation hostiles at the front.
Yeah.
It's being engineered.
The Suliban and aggregation are working together. Is that a Voyager?
Looks like it, yeah. So Kaiser's got it. It's the Dauntless. So probably from the Voyager series, but the Dauntless also appears in Star Trek Prodigy. But I doubt it's going to be a Prodigy crossover.
Ruthless.
Which ship is it?
A new force rises.
The Voyager Dauntless.
Was that? Did I just
go back?
see?
The one that's attacking the ship itself with the laser beam. So go back the laser beam a little bit further back. When they're warping in, that's the first ship that warps in.
This one?
That one. Yep.
Gotcha.
So you can go back a little bit further and get a better view of the ship from front on.
This one. Yeah, it's very...
Yeah.
Yeah, because it doesn't... Okay. It's a Dauntless. Had to move, really had to move. Okay. So that's going to be the new ship.
So whether it's and whether it's against the PV, the hostiles, or whether it's going to be an Armada ship or something else in general, because it's interesting that because we don't really need one for the aggregation currently, because the building helps with that, and I don't know, maybe the top tier like the 70s they do, but yeah, there's been a new ship every 2 months for the last 6 months or something like that. So more than likely we'll get the new ship next month.
Yeah, new ships are how new ships sell. That's been the new ships and battle passes has been sort of the story of the year, right?
And Ryan's saying Dauntless was the ship that had the quantum slips drive in it.
Yeah, it's been a while since I watched Voyager, so I will need to. That's the Defiant. That's the Revenant right there, right?
Yep.
Nothing new here.
Mm-hmm.
What's this? This ship that's appearing?
I think it's the G4 Romulan ship. I forget what the name of it is. But it looks cool though.
No, this one is, right? But I was talking about that one. That's not the Romulan ship, is it? It's got the little...
Is it the same ship or... I don't know.
Yeah, hold on. I have those ships. Explorer. I can pull them up, rather. So there's the Valdor and the Corvus. The G4 Romulan ship is... I mean, this is what the Valdor looks like, right? And that's the Valdor. But this one doesn't look like the Valdor. Like, those two look like two different ships to me. Am I tripping? Like the wing tips?
I'm going to say yes, but again, I don't know.
Well, look at the wing
one's
tips.
looking from above and one's looking
from below. Like the wing here is all
it does look a bit different there.
Yeah, that's...
Is there another Romulan ship that we have in game that is similar to this one?
I don't think so. What's before the Coronar? The Centurion? Centurion?
Ah, that's it. Yeah, it's a Centurion.
No. Again, it doesn't have the same...
No?
No, look at the wingtips. It curves inwards.
Yeah, it's different. Is it a G7 ship, Mosh?
I mean... I don't know. What about the... What about the Klingon ships? There is the D4, the D3. That's not it. Not the Bortus. Got a thin nose. I really want to know what ship that is. Come on. There's got to be one STF, one Star Trek nerd in my chat. Who knows this? I'm very curious. Okay. Like, it reminded me of a Klingon type thing, the bent, but it's obviously not the Rotaran. So I don't know.
If it's a new ship, I'm excited. Like, it looks cool.
I don't know all the like G6 and G7 ships, or sorry, the G6 ships.
Oh, it doesn't look like any of those.
Okay.
No,
not at all. You would know. Okay. Like, look at that. Like the bent wings and the bent front. I wish we could ask ChatGPT what that is, but this is the Valdor, obviously. That is the Pilum. That's the mining ship, right? The Vortavor, I think.
Yeah, the mining ship.
And then we saw the Tribune come in. There's Gold Dukat with red eyes and earring and...
Yeah, Paraith with it. Yeah.
Yep. So he's going to be one of the villains. And then who's this?
That's me. I'm in the game, Mosh. That's literally me.
Excellent.
Tiberius is like, look, that's Morty. It's him.
Yep.
That's Nero. So Nero with hair.
Oh, okay. So yeah, like.
But yeah, it's funny the amount of people that have said, that's Morty. Look at him. So you guys, if you hear my voice now, but that's what I look like in real life.
Finally, Nero face or Morty face reveal. My bad. Cool.
Yeah, and then they got the generic Starbase stuff at the end as well. It's cool. Like, I wish they did more hype videos like that. Like, even if it doesn't like equal everything, it's just like, here's a lot to talk about. Here's some speculation, and it's super cool. Like, I'm really happy they did that.
I'd rather watch one of those videos than
not at all, Mosh. Never.
And a 30-minute video about how awesome a job they've done.
Oh,
the thing that hasn't been released yet.
That was good content for us, though, wasn't it?
Sure, yeah. Oh, yeah, that's fair.
Now we can go back and we can have that video about how good Flashpoints is, and then tee it up to what happened.
Oh,
not to like throw shade or whatever, but it is interesting.
Yeah, some of those videos. I bet there's some like good retro ones we could go back in their channel and start watching like really old videos, like something from 3 years ago. I think those would be fun to watch, especially like ones I haven't seen before. So you could be like, oh, this is what it was about.
Yeah.
STFC lore.
The DJ Aoki, who's in the game as well, he did a video with Scopeplay back in the day, I think like 6 or 7 years ago. So that's interesting.
That's cool.
Yeah, there's quite a few like that. That would actually be quite fun to do. And I was going back listening to just old podcasts about the game as well, and I'm like, wow, these opinions that things could have changed but didn't change. Like one of the really interesting ones that caught my attention was around the mess hall. And people were saying when the mess hall first came out that the mess hall should have been around badge sourcing and badge efficiency, or what we have now, which is the officer blueprint efficiency. So imagine if the mess hall back then had that kind of stuff. Like those suggestions got shot down, but that would have actually been epic for where the game is in its current form.
Yeah, it's always neat to see how things change throughout time, and I think it's fun looking back and being like with new perspectives or with the knowledge of what came to be. And like I've always been interested in the evolution of games. Like a big part of why I went back and played Classic WoW, for example, was because like I never got to play it during its heyday. Like I played. I started like a little bit right before Burning Crusade came out, so it was really cool to go and see like what was it like at that time, like just understanding like game development philosophies and just how things change over time is always fascinating to me. So I'm always like curious hearing about stories of like what was the community like or what did people think at a certain time. So that's cool. Thanks for that was a cool video to watch and end on. I think one of the coolest things about this game is the ships. I think a lot of people really like the way the ships look, and it's always fun to like bring them up and compare what our favorites are and things like that. You should speak kids about it, like this doesn't have to be efficient or optimized or anything. It's just look at a pretty spaceship. So on that
and that's
note,
why I'm going to build a scimitar, because it looks cool.
Scimitar. Let's pull that up. What ship is that? Is
It's a Romulan G6 Epic, and there's a skin which makes it look even cooler, but just in general.
Do you see it on my screen?
It's a battleship with wings. Scroll down. Keep going down. Past all those skins that look identical.
Oh, and this is a sweet looking ship.
Yeah, you need to have a max level to get the gold skin, but it's cool. I'm hyped for it. I'm here, even though like might not be the best ship in the game. I just like how it looks. It's from a good movie as well.
It is the best ship in the game. Look at the way it looks. What other stuff matters? Like
exactly.
Yeah. Awesome. Well, as usual, Morty, it's been a pleasure hanging out with you. Thank you so much for coming on and sharing all your information. If for anyone who doesn't know, MorDHD is one of the best STFC streamers. Twitch.tv/MorDHD.
Oh, you're too kind.
Yeah, check him out. Especially if you're in APAC region, you can catch him. It's not 4 a.m. for you when he streams. Thank you so much.